2020 has been a tough year if you're a fan of any celebrity. Celebs seem to be dropping like flies nowadays, with Kobe, David Stern, Pop Smoke, and many others tragically passing away within the past 2 months. Also, Australia burned down, World War III almost started, and coronavirus is about to wipe out the entire human race. So that's fucking tough. And to make matters worse, my local Taco Bell just closed down the other day. 2020 has fucking sucked so far. Anyways though, every time another celebrity dies, I always see mad people on Twitter talking about how 2020 is cursed and how it's the worst year ever. But is 2020 really the worst year ever because a few famous people died? Like, people dying, that's not just like a brand new thing that's just now starting to happen in 2020. People have been dying since the beginning of time. People die every day. In the past 5 seconds, another person just fucking died. There are few guarantees in life. Life is very uncertain. But one thing that you can be certain about is that you will die. It's impossible to know when, where, or how you will die, but you will die. You may die right after watching this video, which, now that I say that, it actually puts a lot of pressure on me because, this better be a good-ass video if it could be the last thing that you ever watch. Now, it is pretty obvious that everyone will die, but very few people actually take the time to really think about it and accept the fact that they will die one day. And depending on how you look at it, thinking about how you will die can either be depressing or inspiring. But if it's depressing for you, then you're missing the point. You will die one day. That is a fact. Being depressed because you will die is like being depressed because the sky is blue. It's resisting a fact that you cannot control. When you start to think about the fact that you will die one day, you should be inspired to spend the time that you do have appreciating life and living life to its fullest, and start to realize that each day on this earth is a blessing. The philosopher Epictetus said that when he tucks his son into bed each night, he imagines what it would be like if his son was dead the next morning. Now, imagining your son dying sounds dark as fuck, and you're probably thinking like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? But because he did this every time he tucked his son into bed, Epictetus appreciated that moment he was sharing with his son so much more and hugged his son so much tighter. He realized that that time he was sharing with his son was a blessing and did not take it for granted. If you're introverted like me, you probably don't like hanging out with people a lot, and you absolutely love it when the plans get canceled. Sometimes it will be some of my best friends who hit me up wanting to hang out, and I will just dub the shit out of them, not respond, and hours later text them saying, "Sorry bro, I fell asleep," even though I had been awake the entire time just watching Netflix. But I would really feel like an asshole if I did this one day, and then the next day I found out that the friend who wanted to hang out with me had died, and in his last moments of life, he was wondering when my flake ass was gonna respond. Now, this is a very extreme example, as it's very unlikely that any of my friends are gonna die anytime soon, but it is a possibility. And even if they don't die soon, they will eventually die, so I might as well cherish every moment that I have with them. As Marcus Aurelius famously stated, you could leave life right now. Let that decide what you do and say and think. Life is too short to be spending all your time doing dumb shit or worrying about insignificant things. If you found out that you were gonna die tomorrow, how would you want to spend the rest of today? Would you want to stay in, beat your meat, scroll through Instagram, and watch Netflix all day? Or would you want to go out, do something cool, and spend time with friends and family? Would you spend time giving a fuck about what others think about you? Or would you focus more on yourself and how you can best enjoy your last 24 hours of life? I think the answers there are pretty obvious. If you had 24 hours to live, you wouldn't want to waste a second of your time. Time is the most valuable commodity. It's even more valuable than money because you can always get money back, but you can never get time back. Despite how valuable time is, we seriously undervalue it. If someone robbed me for like $50, I would be tight, but I never seem to give a fuck when I rob myself of my time. Your time is limited, and it will run out faster than you think it will. The most common emotion that older people feel is regret, and what they regret the most is worrying about the things that they have no control over, not taking enough risks, and caring too much about what other people think. So if you want to die with no regrets, quit that day job that you hate to pursue your passion. Ask that girl who you like out on a date. And feel free to express yourself despite what others may think of you. Live life like you're gonna die tomorrow, because you might just die tomorrow. Not seriously though, with this coronavirus spreading, like you really might just die tomorrow. Like, hold up. Can we get this shit under control, please? Just keep it away from America, New York and Pennsylvania. Just keep it away from there and we're good. Anyways though, rest in peace to everyone who has died. Also, rest in peace in advance to everyone who's living, because you will die. Hopefully not soon though. I hope you all live long, happy, and healthy lives. And I also hope that you all have a great day. Peace.